Hello everyone, my name is Ram Mundra and I have received good response to my earlier post on the subject, and the title of that subject, that class was their relation, and that gives me motivation to make another one, which is this one. This is the second presentation in the series. Name of the series is Think Financial Security, TFS, and the title of the chapter is An Attitude. In my first presentation, we observed two important points. Finance is not a subject understood only by finance professionals. Any person of sound and average mind understands finance reasonably well. Not everyone who understands finance actively thinks about their financial security. This naturally leads to an important question. What is that question? If income is regular and steady, why should we worry about money in the future? So that is the natural question one comes to anybody's mind. Yeah. So this leads to the another question, which is on the screen. Why financial security is necessary? Financial security is essential to deal with the situation that are often unforeseen, such as sudden stoppage of regular income, medical emergencies, creation of long-term assets, children's education, wedding expenses, retirement planning, etc. etc. These are some of the examples. However, this necessity may be differing from person to person. An emergency. A few years ago, I met a colleague who has been working in a reputed company for over a decade. His income was steady, increments were very regular, and life felt very comfortable. Saving was never a priority because salary was coming every month. When the salary comes every month and handsome salary, why saving is needed? One day, a medical emergency struck his family. The health insurance covered only part of the expenses. The remaining amount has to be arranged. Immediately, with no emergency fund in place, he had only three options: borrow money from relatives and or friends, take a high interest bearing personal loan, or sell investment which meant for long term goals. He managed the situation somehow, but real cost was not just financial. Real cost was more than financial. It was a stress and loss of confidence and feeling of being not prepared, that I was not prepared for such an emergency despite having good income for many years. So this gentleman was not prepared because he did not feel to get himself prepared. Let me give you another story. Another story is of a friend who worked in a private firm with a stable and very consistent income. Life was planned around the monthly income. EMIs, rent, school fees, and lifestyle expenses were all comfortably managed. Then, due to sudden business downturn, the company downsized. His role was impacted and the salary stopped overnight. Finding a new job took longer than expected. With no meaningful saving in his bank account, even routine expenses become stressful. When the salary is coming and if you are spending money, all everything is comfortable, right? But when the salary stops coming, then even the routine expenses become stressful. He had to dip into credit cards and borrow short-term money just to manage household expenses. The pressure was just not just financial, it affected family peace and decision making. This situation did not arise because his earning was less. It happened because so that this stressful situation did not arise because his earning was less. No, earning was good. This happened because steady income was mistaken. Financial security begins with saving. Financial security is possible only through saving. Saving does not mean cutting essential expenses or compromising on basic needs. Saving depends on income levels, expenses, lifestyle, which naturally differ from person to person. Yeah. Moving on, just see the statement on the screen. Saving is an attitude, not an amount. So saving is an attitude. It's not about amount. Okay. So many people argue my income is too low to save. How do I save money when my income is too low, too less? This belief is understandable, but not entirely correct. Saving is not about the absolute amount. It is about habit and attitude. You may have heard of kitty. It is simply the accumulation of small amounts over time. In our childhood, many of us were given a gulak, which is also called piggy bank. Parents encouraged us to save few coins from our pocket money. Over time, those small coins turned into a surprisingly meaningful amount. The principle remains the same in adult life also. You can decide to set aside a small amount from your monthly income every month without fail and make a commitment to yourself that this money will not be used for a defined purpose for a defined period. The question often asked is there on the screen. How much should I save? There is no fixed formula. The amount depends on your capacity, not on any standard rule. What matters most is the consistency and commitment. Saving something, no matter how small, even even small amount, but it should be on every single month. Optimizing expenses to enable saving. Saving does not always require earning more. Often it begins with managing expenses better. Some practical steps include cutting unused or rarely used subscriptions, selling unused or idle assets, saving energy and utility cost, converting fixed expenses into variable ones wherever possible, stopping shopping during offers and discounts, and looking for value, exploring options for second source of income. Small improvements in expense management can create meaningful saving over time. So both the stories carry the same lesson. What lesson? We'll talk about it. What lesson? It is not about the lack of income. It is the lack of preparation. It is not about the lack of income that creates financial stress. It is the lack of preparation. When income is regular, it feels natural to believe that future will take care of itself because my income is handsome. But the financial security is not created by income alone. It is created by discipline, planning, and consistent saving. So in the next presentation, we will discuss how to systematically convert savings into long-term financial security and explore simple avenues where savings can be invested to earn more without any complexity and financial jargon. Yeah, thanks everyone. If you like this presentation, please subscribe to my channel, press the likes button. Until then, see you in next one and namaste. Thank you.